How's it going, guys? Welcome to my GM. Now, I know I'm lazily procrastinating on the other series, but I just had a thought. I mean, I'm probably not the first one to this punch, but I'm gonna let ChatGPT dictate my GM. I can only hire the superstars that it wants me to, and put the rivalry how it wants, set up the rivals, and who like everything. Chat GPT is going to be the GM. I'm just going to be internet GM. So let's get to asking Chat. Okay, Chat GPT. For the start of my GM, who should I pick? Like, who should my GM be? Should it be Adam Pearce, Sonya Deville, Stephanie McMahon, Xavier Woods, Tyler Breeze, Teddy Long, Paul Heyman, William Regal, Mick Foley, Eric Bischoff, Ava, Nick Adlis, Shawn Michaels, Sensational Sherry, Miss Queen Elizabeth, CM Punk, Mr. Fuji, Armando Alejandro Estrada? Or should I go with a custom superstar for my GM?
Your GM, Paul Heyman. Heyman Hustle, why Paul Heyman? Promos are stronger, letting even mid-tier talent shine. Fits heels, underdogs, and ECW-style chaos. Opens up creative booking, push lesser stars, win fan loyalty through story and mic work. He's ruthless, smart, and always cooking schemes, just like a good GM should be. How to play as Heyman, focus on building rivalries through promos, not just matches. Use promo-heavy shows to save money on big matches while still gaining popularity. Lean into gritty characters, opportunists, anti-heroes, and shady contracts. Turn faces to heels often. Heyman thrives in moral gray areas. Use his strengths to make stars out of nobodies. Heyman made Brock and Punk icons, after all.
Okay, well, we're going with Paulie Heyman. All right. All right, now I got to ask him. Well, that's Gronk again. All right, chat. Now, what show should I be on? SmackDown, Raw, NXT, NXT 2.0, WCW, ECW, or NXT Mutiny? What are your thoughts? What do you think would best sit Paul Heyman? I'm going to let you pick, so let me and the fans know.
Your brand, ECW, why ECW is perfect for Paul Heyman. His legacy. This is his creation. You're not managing a brand. You're resurrecting a movement. Extreme Rules specialty. ECW favors weapons, no DQ, wild rivalries. Heyman thrives in that. Underdog energy. ECW isn't corporate and clean. It's raw, real, and fueled by pure grit. Paul's style. He doesn't need megastars. He builds them. ECW gives you permission to be bold, book wild stunts, and break norms. Fan loyalty. ECW fans ride or die. If you book strong feuds and emotional promos, they will never leave you. ECW game mechanics bonuses. If like 2K24, boost to Extreme Rules matches. Fans favor grudge matches and intense rivalries. Good synergy with Heyman's promo power card. You'll have strong feuds and build stars without overspending. Your announcement, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Heyman, and I'm not just running a show, I'm running a revolution. The brand that never dies. Welcome to the resurrection. Welcome to ECW.
Okay, do you want me to random the other three GMs so that way, I am doing a video. So do you think just random, no look, just blind for my GMs? How's that sound? Do you think I should do that, or do you want to pick out of all the GMs that I told you?
Yes, go with the random blind pick for the other GMs. Why it's the perfect choice, suspense equal to great content. Your audience will love seeing who you're up against. Revealed in real time, it adds chaos, which fits your ECW Heyman style. You're the wild card. Let fate choose your rivals. You keep the spotlight on you and build your story around reacting to whoever steps up. It prevents you from tailoring your strategy too early. You'll adapt on the fly, which is what Paul Heyman is all about.
Okay. Right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yep. Yep. We know that. Okay. Who should I draft first in my roster in WWE 2K25? I want you to pick out of all the people, and if they're available, I'll get them.
Hell yeah. Let's build your core five, the foundation of Paul Heyman's ECW. You already locked in first, Kevin Owens, ECW's backbone. Street fight specialist, your future world champion or ultimate rebel. Now let's fill out your first five.
ECW
Power,
selects
chaos,
Kevin
and storytelling potential. Second, Rhea Ripley, Maggie of violent star power. Charisma, total badass. Can run your women's division with extreme confidence. Great in any alignment, dominant heel, badass face, or wild anti-hero. Pairs perfectly with weapons matches, intergender rivalries, or even Heyman-style promos. Third, Gunther Ring General, brutality incarnate. A violence machine, chops so loud they echo through the arena.
ECW
You can build a
picks
monster
Scooter.
heel champion or the final boss for a face to overcome. Great for long feuds with Owens, Sheamus, Orton, or underdog baby faces. Fourth, LA Knight charisma overload, fan favorite, big attitude era energy.
ECW
Over with the crowd?
drafts
Yeah.
LA
Mike
Knight.
skills match your hand and hustle power card perfectly. Mid card to main event potential. Imagine a feud with KO, or even an uneasy alliance with Heyman. Fifth, Braun Brecker, your explosive young gun, dominant athlete. He's your new blood, perfect for building over time. Can either destroy jobbers or chase bigger stars like Gunther or KO. A Paul Heyman project in the making. Your ECW Core 5, Kevin Owens, Promo God, Hardcore Champ Rhea Ripley. Women's
ECW
Division
drafts
Anchor,
Braun
Enforcer Angel
Breaker.
Gunther, Final Boss, IC Style Champ, or Destroyer LA Knight. Mike Guy, fan favorite Chaos Starter Braun Brecker, Rising Star, Heyman's weapon in training next step. Want me to help fill out the rest of your roster? I can balance for classes, bruiser, fighter, giant, etc. Alignment heel versus face, women's division rivalries, and
Okay.
synergy.
Well, out of all of my top 5 people, only one wasn't. Okay. All right, chat. Rhea Ripley is not available. Unfortunately, another GM has snatched her from me. So who should I have? Who do you think would be a good replacement for Rhea Ripley? Since obviously Mommy is not going to be on our show unless I can pick her up in a trade somehow, some way. This is fun.
New. They took Mommy. Someone's about to get put through a flaming table, that's all I'm saying. But don't worry, Heyman always has a backup plan. Let's find a replacement for Rhea Ripley, who fits the ECW vibe and can anchor your women's division with intensity, edge, and storyline potential. Rhea Ripley replacements for ECW. 1. Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow, drenched in violence, dangerous, unpredictable, and absolutely fits the ECW energy. Great worker, scary aura, and you can book her as a face or monster heel. Extreme match veteran. Pair her with kendo sticks and mist. Instant magic. 2. Shayna Baszler, the Submission Queen. Legit shoot fighter energy. ECW loves fighters who look like they'd actually kill you. Great in cage matches, submission rivalries, or as a silent destroyer. You could even pair her with Heyman himself as her mouthpiece. 3. Shotzi underdog with a tank and no fear. Wild energy, great for weapon matches, ladder spots, tables. She fits that grungy ECW chaos. Book her in underdog feuds, hardcore gimmick matches, or as a fan favorite Daredevil. 4. Bianca Belair, star power plus athletic dominance. If you want someone to carry the women's division, Bianca can do it all. Not as dark as Rhea, but you can flip her heel or make her the shining warrior ECW doesn't deserve. They're also great promo potential with Heyman behind the scenes. 5. Piper Niven, heavy hitter with real bruiser energy. She's a bruiser class, hits hard, and could fit into that Beth Phoenix ECW legend role. Book her as a dominant force who doesn't need flash, just pain. My pick, Asuka. She brings mystery, violence, and match quality. Asuka is the most ECW-ready woman on the roster after Rhea. The mist, strikes,
ECW
the screaming
chooses
chaos.
Asuka.
That's hardcore. Want me to adjust your draft plan with this new pick and build the next phase of your roster? Let's keep that ECW blood pumping.
Okay. Well, that's good. Luckily we have Asuka. Man, ChatGPT is doing pretty good. I'm kind of curious as to see how they're gonna pick things. Like, okay. All right, chat. I need 5 more picks from you before we sit down and break out who faces who and what type of matches. So give me another 5 picks you think will be great for ECW.
Let's go, boss. You've already got a fire core for ECW with Kevin Owens, Hardcore Heart and Soul Asuka replacing Rhea, Chaos Queen with Lethal Energy Gunther, Ring General Brutality LA Knight Mike Fire, Crowd Magnet Braun Brecker. Your young beast in the making now. It's time to round out your roster with 5 more picks who bring violence, versatility, and storytelling fuel for Heyman's ECW. ECW draft picks 6 to 10 sixth. Sami Zayn, the soul behind the scars. KO's best friend or worst enemy. Pure storytelling
ECW
gold.
selects
Face or
Sami
heel
Zayn.
comedy or tragedy, you could do so much with him. Reunite him with Owens, then betray. Or vice versa. ECW fans will love a slow burn Sami redemption arc or meltdown. 7th, Randy Orton, cold-blooded, calculated, dangerous, veteran presence.
ECW
Can
picks
feud with
Randy
anyone.
Orton.
He's methodical, brutal, and can get nasty when needed. Use him to elevate younger stars or be your top heel champion. 8th, Liv Morgan, unhinged, unpredictable, perfect for ECW's
ECW
women's division.
drafts Liv
She's in her
Morgan.
deranged arc lately. Lean into it hard. Pair her against Asuka or Shotzi for chaotic brawls. Or turn her heel and make her your hardcore women's champ. 9th, Sheamus Fella. Bar fight legend. PIS extreme. Tables, chairs, fists, you name it. Great music.
ECW
You can
chooses
build mid-card
Sheamus.
title feuds around him, can feud with Gunther again, or even go toe-to-toe with KO. 10th, Cora Jade Young, edgy, and a future ECW centerpiece. Fits that punk rebel vibe. Skateboard, trash talk, all of it. Book her as the anti-hero of the women's division. Can clash with Asuka or team with Liv for chaos. Your ECW top 10 final roster: Kevin Owens, Asuka, Gunther, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, Liv Morgan, Sheamus, Cora Jade. This roster gives you long-term rivalry, potential hardcore match
ECW
credibility,
chooses
promo
Cora
fuel,
Jade.
for Heyman's power card balance of genders, styles, and characters. Ready to book your first match card or break up some starting rivalries. Let's start the violence.
Okay. Well, we got. I mean, this is pretty stacked card. Like, let's see what the jabrones pick. Like, this is very interesting, chat. Very fucking interesting. But I love it. Got some top tier folks in our roster. Well, they're blowing all their money, fucking. Man, this is gonna be. ECW doesn't have women's champions, so. I mean, can't have a women's division, really. I forgot what they used to make up for that. Like, are they. Does ECW allow intergender? I mean, that'd be cool if they did. That'd be dope, but I forgot. It's been a minute. I forgot what ECW has special. Shotzi. ChatGPT released, dropped some big names, and I like how it's gone into detail, like what this person and this person will do, should do, how this person will work. I mean, it even did the basic. The go-to Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens fucking love-hate relationship they got. We're buddies. I hate you. Now I hate you. Now we're buddies. Now I hate you. And I hate you. Now we're buddies. Just rinse and repeat. And oh my god, jabrones. Okay, finally, you guys are done. Tyler Bate, Master Bate, yeah. No one's picked up Cody Rhodes. I am surprised. Like, nobody sees potential in Cody. Yeah, that would have been great if we were able to get Rhea. Like the first 5 that chat said. That would have been dope. Alright, about fucking time, my guy. Jesus! Ever. Wally. That's some local talent. Yeah, okay. Yep. Women's is unavailable for the ECW brand. Yeah. I know that. Fortunately. Okay. We are not going to have a champion. Yes. We're gonna do the thing. Queen to queens. Any matches with female successes. Okay. Alright, now I ask the chat again. Alright, chat. How should we set up our first match? We have 10 superstars. We have 1 opener, 3 mid cards, and a main event. And we have 4 like promos such as, rivalry character change, rivalry setup, charity, advertising, that fun stuff. Who should do what for our opener? Or you can just list out the whole card. How about you just list the whole card from opener to main event? Who should face who, and who should get the titles? Keep in mind that there is no women's division, so there's no women tag team, no women's champion, and no women's sub-champion. So keep in mind, the women don't get that. So what should we do? We have all of our champions are vacant. Who does what? If you put them for title, who faces who for title? And as for our match types, we got a normal, tables, extreme rules, and TLC matches. So let me know what you think, who should do what, and what type of match for if they can or cannot fight for the title. Give ChatGPT a big list of words there. Whole list of words. Ooh, I got.
Oh, IT's time. Let's book the very first episode of ECW under Paul Heyman. And brother, this card's gonna hit like a steel chair to the spine. We've got 10 total superstars, 5 matches total opener, 3 mid-card, 1 main, and 4 promo slots. No women's titles, but we can still use the women for bangers and storylines. ECW Week 1 match card venue, Bingo Hall of Mayhem, or something gritty GM. Paul E. Dangerously Theme, Resurrection. Of the Extreme Opener match, Kevin Owens versus LA Knight. Tables match title, ECW World Championship. These two are crowd favorites. Open hot with a big-time match for your main men's title. KO wins the ECW World title by powerbombing Knight through a table. LA Knight stays strong in defeat, and fans eat it up. Feud starts here. Can evolve into mutual respect or bitter betrayal. Promo 1, Sami Zayn. Charity builds popularity and sets him up as the babyface heart of ECW. Let the fans fall in love with him before his eventual suffering begins. Mid-card 1, Gunther versus Sheamus. Normal match title, ECW Television Championship. This is your mid-card bruiser title feud. Straight up violence. Gunther wins, clean, with a brutal powerbomb or sleeper. This feud can continue into hardcore match types as it escalates. 5-star potential. Promo 2, Liv Morgan. Character change, turn heel. Let her go full unhinged extreme queen. Laughing wild-eyed chaos. Cut a violent vignette where she smashes stuff backstage or threatens Cora Jade. Mid-card 2, Braun Breaker versus Randy Orton. Extreme Rules, no title here. This is about testing Braun against a seasoned killer. Orton wins via RKO on a chair after luring Braun into rookie mistakes. Braun looks good in defeat, sets up future revenge. Promo 3, Cora Jade. Call out Liv Morgan, start a feud now. Punk Rebel versus Deranged Liv. Equal to keeps women relevant and hot without needing titles. Mid-card 3, Asuka versus Shotzi. TLC match, showcase women's division violence even without a title. Asuka wins with Green Mist plus ladder.
Okay. All right, then.
Finisher, but Shotzi steals the show with big spots. Post-match tension can build into respect or deeper rivalry. Promo 4, Paul Heyman. Advertising because Heyman sells. Uses charisma to make money and boost your brand. Main event, Randy Orton versus Sami Zayn. Extreme Rules. Wait, what? Didn't Randy already fight? Yes. This is storyline gold. After Braun match, Orton attacks Sami backstage. Heyman puts Sami in to earn his place by taking on a tired but vicious Orton. Sami wins with a surprise roll-up after surviving a beating. Crowd goes crazy. Orton's rage continues next week. Title picture after week 1, ECW champion, Kevin Owens television champion. Gunther no women's title yet, but Liv Asuka Cora story begins. Want me to build the week 2 card based on outcomes and growing rivalries? Or prep a PPV card in advance? Either way, business is
I
about
don't
to
think
pick
chat
up.
knows all too well. I mean, this is gonna flop for sure. That's gonna flop because they're the same class and they're. Oh my god, that's gonna flop. This has potential. Damn. Oh. Okay, this is good. You know, they got the fighter and bruiser. We don't have Shotzi? Oh, we don't have Shotzi. Okay. Ooh, Bright in the Dark. Ooh, we're gonna need some scrubbies. All right, chat. We can't. This game does not allow you to use superstars as previously in the match. So the Randy Orton having a second match in the same night can happen, and you used all of our people. So we still have one promo slot in a main event. We ain't got people to fill it up, so we're gonna have to hire some schmucks to fill out the card. So. Right now, in the talent scouts, I'm not going to go in advance right now, we have 4 potential people. Do you want me to hire all 4 of them? For how many weeks or for the rest of the year? Or do you want me to hire a couple of these? So I think we really need, we can do, all 4 of them will be good. 3 will be the minimum if you want to fill out the promo. 2 will fill out the main event. So I'll let you pick.
Good call catching that rule. No double dipping on matches per night keeps things realistic and tight. Since you only have 10 main roster superstars and we need to fill out the card and promos without recycling talent, bringing in some fresh faces is smart to keep the storylines moving and the roster fresh. Here's my take for hiring talent scouts. Hire all 4 of them, but only on a 3-month, 12-week trial contract. Why? Depth. You get enough fresh bodies to fill undercard matches and promos without burning out your core stars. Flexibility. If someone pops off, you can extend their contract or move them up. Budget-friendly trial contracts keep you from overspending on unknowns for the whole year. Storytelling. New guys can be used as jobbers, surprise upsets, or wild cards in promos. How to use your new hires. Main event backups. If a top star is injured or needs rest, they can step in for mid-card or main event slots. Promos. 1 or 2 can be your go-to for promos, hype videos, or charity events. Feuds. Give them a mini storyline to help build your core roster stars. Tag or multi-man matches helps you mix and match for variety. Bottom line, hiring all 4 on a 12-week trial is the smart way to build your roster without committing long-term yet. Want me to help you decide which 4 hires to grab from your talent scouts? Share their names and profiles and I'll rank them for ECW style and impact.
All right. I hired all 4. We have Precious Silver. She's a female. She's a giant. And she's a face wrestler. Hired Braden the Dark. He is a heel specialist. Hired Geneva Rose, who is a face fighter. And as for the 4th one that we hired is Marisol Noir. She is a heel cruiser. Now, which of those 4 will do a promo and be put in the main event?
Hires. You got a solid mix of styles and characters to spice up ECW's depth. Here's how I'd slot your new hires for maximum impact. Promo slot. Precious Silver Giant, face and fresh. Perfect for cutting promos that build sympathy and hype. Can be your big gentle giant talking about proving herself in ECW's violent world. Great at connecting with the crowd early, making her a fan favorite. Use promo segments to build anticipation for her in-ring debut. Main event, Braden the Dark Heel Specialist. Perfect for a tough, menacing main event presence. Throw him into a TLC or Extreme Rules match against one of your core roster faces. He can feud with Gunther, LA Knight, or Sami Zayn to build a nasty rivalry. His dark heel aura fits the ECW vibe perfectly. Bonus notes for the others. Geneva Rose, face fighter. Solid pick for mid-card feuds or tag matches with Braun Breaker or Cora Jade. Can be a rising underdog type for women's division chaos. Marisol Noir, heel cruiser. Great for dynamic, fast-paced rivalries with Liv Morgan or Shotzi. She can keep women's matches exciting with her cruiser style. Summary, Precious Silver, Promo Queen, face giant charisma, Braden the Dark, main event heel weapon, Geneva Rose, and Marisol Noir, mid-card. Women's action and story fuel. Want me to book Braden's debut main event match and Precious's promo for week 2? Or build out some mid-card matches for Geneva and Marisol?
Okay. All right, chat. That is good, but Braden needs to face a male superstar, so I went back and the talent scouts looking for new hires. And we got Ozzy Rift, a heel giant. Melee Fanny Fan specialist. She's a face. A heel fighter named Cinnamon Garrett, and the only male out of these 4, Jackson Smooth. Now, if you choose any of the women, if you want me to hire those 3 women, Braid in the Dark cannot be in the main event. But if you have me pick the male Jackson, we have a main event. What are your thoughts? Like, this is kooky. It's kooky.
Gotcha. So if Braden the Dark faces a male, you need a solid male opponent to match him. Otherwise, Braden can't main event. Here's the rundown and my take, your options. Aussie Rift Heel Giant, Male Jackson, Smooth, Male Melee Fanny Fan, Face Specialist, Female Cinnamon. Garrett Heel Fighter, Female. To keep Braden in the main event, you need a male to face him. Jackson Smooth is your only male option from this new batch. Jackson Smooth vs. Braden the Dark in a hardcore match or TLC could be a solid, brutal main event feud. You can make Braden the Dark heel and Jackson the scrappy face, or vice versa. If you hire the 3 women Melee Cinnamon plus Precious Silver and Geneva Rose from before, Braden loses main event status since he can only face females or mid-card matches. You'd have to find another male main eventer, maybe from your original roster, or shuffle the card. My recommendation: hire Jackson Smooth for your main event spot to face Braden the Dark. That way Braden stays main event as a heel giant, and Jackson can be the face challenger. Keep the 3 women you already have, Precious, Geneva, Marisoli, to build a strong women's mid-card and promos. Optionally, hire Aussie Rift later if you want a second male heel giant to create a monster rivalry. Summary: hire Jackson Smooth now for main event with Braden the Dark. Keep your 4 previous hires: Precious, Geneva, Marisoli, Braden for promos and mid-card. Don't hire all 3 women now to keep Braden's main event slot free. Want me to book Braden Dark versus Jackson Smooth for week 2 main event and slot Precious Silver for promo and mid-card matches for Geneva and Marisoli?
Okay. Like, chat's getting a little goofy. Oh, I guess he did want this and then that. I mean, okay. Well, that's what we got. Oh man, the chat is just fucking hurting me. Okay, chat. Before I continue on, should I buy power cards that are in the store, which can be used to either benefit me or punish the other GMs? Right now, the cards I have that are for sale is a health spa, which health spa will send a chosen superstar to a spa to recover for 6 more stamina and will be given a small morale boost. They will be off the show this week and unable to be booked for this week's show. Then I got I know a guy, which immediately gets me 2 more scout points so I can scout for more talent in the free agent market. I got a Superstars GM. Raise the selected superstars' morale. So if they're all cranky and grumpy, I can make them slightly happy. Tell me, what do you think? Or should I play any one of my current cards that I have, such as Extreme Rules, block all opposing brands from using 3 randomly selected champions in next week's show. Keep in mind, this cannot be used in the first or last weeks of a session. Should I use the other card, Special Counsel, which I got 2 per season. All promos this week are free and have their results doubled if available. Or should I use Set the Match Quality to boost the maximum for any matches with female superstars this week? And it's called Queens of the Ring. What should I do? Or should I just go on, start the show, and we'll see where we go from there.
Ooh, power cards. Those can really tip the scales in your favor or mess with the other GMs. Strategic use is key. Here's my take on your options before you kick off the first show. Should you use any power cards before week 1? Short answer, no. Hold off on using your power cards on week 1. Here's why: your roster is still fresh, hungry, and mostly balanced. No need to fix morale or stamina yet. You haven't seen what the other GMs are cooking. Best to observe week 1's results before disrupting things. Some cards are seasonal or limited use, like block champions or special council. Better save for when things get heated.
It is.
Week 1 is
Our
the foundation.
opener's not going to do good.
Let the drama build naturally first. What to save and when to use your cards.
Everything
Card name
else,
best time to use why health spa when a top star
that's
is
not
low
gonna
on
do good.
stamina. Morale restore stamina plus morale. Because of week's booking, use strategically before big matches. I know a guy when
Face versus
scouting
face
feels
and
stale
heel
or
versus heel
talent
don't
pool is
work,
weak,
but
gives you extra scouting points. Use if you want fresh faces mid-season. Superstars GM raise when multiple core superstars are grumpy or morale hits low. Keeps your roster happy and motivated for big shows. Extreme rules: block 3 champs mid-season or before PPVs to sabotage rival
so
GMs.
he said don't use any cards. So we're not going to use any cards. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh. I know this one's going to go to shit because it's face versus face and they're both bruisers. But what do I know? We got a feud. All right. And as ChatGPT predicted, Kevin Owens is the champion. All right. Cool, Sammy. Yep, getting people on his side. That's good. Love it. I love it. Love it when we use charities. Gunther versus Sheamus, international style. Wow, ChatGPT is 2 for 2 on guessing champions. Wow. Maybe it knows something I don't. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to hate on the role change, which is smart because Shotzi is a heel versus a heel don't work. Braun Breaker.
1, 2,
Randy Orton.
Ring the bell.
All right, no rivalry started. No rivalry. It's good that we have. Okay. Cora Jade so far not too bad. We've had 1 shit show, soon to be 2. I'm gonna hear it from Triple H.
1, 2.
Asuka wins.
Ring the bell.
Well, luckily I don't have to worry about that because Lassie is just a temp. She's gone, so. Okay, all right, and then for the main event, Red in the Dark versus Jackson Smooth. I think we shall possibly. Oh boy, if I watch this, I had to add the music. I mean, not that music. I have to create music for them. Yeah, we'll spectate it. We will spectate it. So far, this is almost an hour long, setting this up. Which for you guys, it won't be that long. This is just episode 1. which is crazy. All things considered, you know?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 132 pounds, Brayden the Dark.
Huh. I've never seen his entrance before. Like in this game, like I've never seen his entrance before. I have to turn on commentary. So this to make things a little easier. Oh, seizure warning. I do like that entrance though. I do like that entrance. Now, ChatGPT seems to think that Brayden is going to be like our top dog. Top dog potential. A couple years ago, I used him and thought that he was top dog. But I also used him with Doink too to start that rivalry off.
From Jackson, Mississippi, weighing in at 130 pounds, Jackson Smooth.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to turn on commentary next episode. I only have it off because of the BCW series. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm having fun with this so far. This is fun. Yeah, I honestly think that it's gonna be a struggle until ChatGPT learns the ins and outs. This week I'm gonna have to ask it to make adjustments on the fly. Possibly figure out what to do with the Owens versus LA Knight thing, since they're both identical, both faces and both bruisers. Anyway, here we go. Jackson starting things off. Wow. Right, all right, all right, all right. Shouldn't have to be locked into this. Yeah. Ah, boy. I bought it. Wrench it, Brayden. Break his arm. Break it. What do you think they're saying? Oh. shit. I was like, yeah, go, go, go. Doing it. Raise the wolf. Right, not right. The strength of Jackson. Round and round we go. Where did Braden stop? You'll never know. And Jackson pulls up the dub. Jackson pulls out a dub.
Here is your winner, Jackson
Hell yeah, dude. Boogie. Disco Inferno action. I can't imagine this match ended well. I like how they got Disco Inferno stuff and shit in here. Dull. Yeah, that was pretty dull. Alright, doll. Yeah. Skin through these. I don't even ask. It's probably like, oh yeah, you should watch each and every. No, I'm not gonna watch each and every one. Alright. Time to close down the show with ChatGPT. Alright, chat. Here is the recap of the show. As you predicted, Kevin Owens did beat LA Knight for the ECW World Champion. Gunther, you had another prediction. He won the ECW Hardcore Championship against Sheamus, as you predicted. Randy Orton beat Braun Breaker. Asuka beat her opponent. And unfortunately, Braden could not pull off a win. He lost to Jackson. And the ratings of each of those matches, starting from the opener to the main event. Kevin Owens, LA Knight, 1.5 stars. Gunther versus Sheamus, 2.5 stars. Braun Breaker, Randy Orton, Extreme Rules, 3 stars. Asuka versus her opponent, half a star. We're gonna need to, work on that. But luckily, her opponent. Keep in mind, her opponent was higher that Triple H brought into us. We had no input, so it's okay. You don't have to focus on her. So that's just a fluke. And then for the main event, it was horrible. It was only a 1-star match between Jackson and Braden. What are your thoughts on the recap of the first week of ECW?
Thanks for the full Week 1 breakdown. This is exactly the kind of info we need to start dialing in ECW's vibe and build momentum. So let's analyze the results and tighten things up for Week 2. ECW Week 1 recap, match-by-match breakdown, Kevin Owens def. LA Knight ECW World Title 1/2, why it underperformed.
Yeah.
Face versus face might have killed tension. No rivalry heat built yet. Basic match type. Fix. Book a rematch with a stipulation, for example, tables match. Or start a rivalry with a heel, Gunther, to give Ko a juicy feud. Gunther def. Sheamus, hardcore title 1/2, solid mid-card title match with potential to blow up into a brutal rivalry. Fix, give this feud a stipulation like Extreme Rules or a backstage brawl next week. Let Gunther destroy someone in a squash
I like
match to
that.
build
I like
dominance.
that.
Randy Orton def. Braun Breaker, Extreme Rules, your best match of the night. Why it worked, Orton's star power, Breaker's aggression, and Extreme Rules chemistry. Next step, push this into a proper rivalry. Maybe have Braun cut a promo blaming the loss on a veteran cheap shot to build tension. Asuka match 1/2. We'll chalk this up to random opponent and bad chemistry. Fix. Find her a legit heel rival from your roster, maybe Marisol Noir. To build something real, could use the Queens of the Ring card when ready to boost her match quality. Main event, Jackson Smooth def. Braid in the Dark, that's rough for a main event. The chemistry isn't there yet. Wyatt flopped. Both are new. No rivalry established, and probably no build-up or story yet. Fix. Pull Braden back a bit. Have him cut angry promos about the loss, and let him rebuild before another main event. Jackson might need to prove he's more than a fluke win. General thoughts, you booked a solid card structure, but storytelling and rivalries are now the top priority. Week 1 is always experimental. Now you've got data and a foundation. Match types, Extreme Rules, tables, etc. Clearly elevate the star rate. That for key rivalries. Suggested moves for Week 2. Start a rivalry. Gunther versus Sheamus, hardcore rules, KO versus LA Knight or Gunther. With a proper heel face line, rebuild Braden with a promo segment, not a match. Let him stew. Asuka versus Marisol Noir. Spark a feud with a clear heel, face dynamic. Use a promo slot for Braun Breaker to cut a fire revenge segment on Orton. Want help drafting Week 2's full card and promo plan based on this feedback? I can give you another 5 match
Yeah.
setup with promos.
Okay. Well, let's see. If we made 15,000 fans, I mean, that's good. Yeah. Ain't no get. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Listen, LA Knight is a stand-up guy, and I can't stand seeing a total fake like Kevin getting over on him. Give me a chance to help LA Knight to even the score. Wow. Oh, this is a ChatGPT question. I was going to end it out. All right, chat. For what went on? There was a rivalry between Kevin Owens and LA Knight. Gunther and Sheamus, I think, had a rival. No. Chalk that up. We're just going to do the thing. All right.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, chat. Gunther is asked. He wants to know. This is his exact words. He asked me, "Listen, LA Knight is a stand-up guy, and I can't stand seeing a total fake like Kevin Owens getting one over him. He wants me to give him a chance to help LA Knight to even the score. He wants to make things much harder for Kevin. So he wants me to book him in a run-in match within the next 2 weeks. Should I say yes to help build up rivalry or tell him no? What are your thoughts? I wasn't expecting this, you know what I'm saying? All right, great question. Say yes if you want to build heated momentum.
Great question. And props
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Gunther for playing the long game. Here's the breakdown. Say yes. If you want to build heat and momentum, booking Gunther in a run-in against Kevin Owens can. Raise stakes in the LA Knight versus Owens rivalry. Give Gunther an edge as a schemer or enforcer type. Help LA Knight avoid cheap wins while still getting an upper hand. Build tension for a future three-way feud or mutual grudges. You could run it so Owens is on the verge of a clean win. Gunther interferes brutally but without stealing the spotlight. LA Knight doesn't ask for help, giving him plausible deniability
I
while
like
still
that.
benefiting. Say no. If you want to keep things clean and focused, if the feud between LA Knight and Owens is about personal competition or who's better on the mic in the ring, a run-in might cheapen it, especially if you're trying to keep Owens sympathetic. You want LA Knight to look strong without help. Plus, Gunther getting involved too early might dilute the Knight versus Owens focus. Final call. If you're building to a larger story or a faction war, say yes. But make sure the run-in feels strategic and not just chaotic. Maybe plant seeds for a future Gunther versus Owens showdown, or even a moment where LA Knight starts to wonder if he really needed Gunther's help. But if you're keeping things tight and personal, tell Gunther to wait and give him a spotlight in another segment, maybe commentary or a backstage promo with LA Knight. Want a sample promo or match script
Okay,
idea
he said
based
go,
on either
go do
decision?
with it because I can't do that part. Good alliance. Kevin Owens should knock the smile off his face. All right, that is good. Just taking a little look-see. Okay, injury rehab. I'm gonna need it. Okay, we got some people. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one because this was fun, and I'm definitely gonna do this again. So yeah, I'd like to see you on the next one. Later.